like toxic online. I would not harass.
That's
anyone.
unlucky. So it seems like Konami just doesn't like criticism. It seems like they got their feelings hurt. I didn't watch the video on it, man. So maybe you were super polite about it. Alright, let's take a peek at this. We got some Yu-Gi-Oh drama. So this guy was in the chat a minute ago saying that they're banned for 4 years, I think, due to some goofiness. So let's take a peek at what happened.
A couple of days ago, I posted on Twitter that I would be away for a little while, and in that tweet, I also included that I
think the Prime
was
Tink
really hoping
in the gift sub Jack.
You guys would not have to find out why I would have been away. But after a couple of days now, spending like this, got a little bit to my head.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I turned it up though.
I feel like I do not want to be silent any longer. I wanted to be completely clear on the situation, to tell you guys what I'm going through, and I don't know, to get a little support or something. Yes, the title is not clickbait. On Monday the 5th, that was, yeah, I received an email from Konami saying that I was banned based on evidence of recent events.
I'm just surprised Konami uses email. They don't reach out to anyone for anything ever. So the fact you even got communication, like, that's almost like a pseudo dub. They're a lot like Nintendo. They're so old-fashioned, it's outrageous. Yeah, maybe it was a fax. When you said you got an email, do you mean like they faxed you something? Thanks to resub Evan and Bergen.
He has determined that you will be suspended for organized play as of 06/06/2021, ? You may not participate in KDE's organized play program until you have been reinstated. Following the end of your suspension period, the Battleton Committee has made a determination that UC Surveyor you incurred for the following reason: leaking stolen product, online harassment following YCS Charlotte. These infractions warrant a suspension length of 4 years. You may apply for reinstatement on 23rd 05/2026. Please note that your suspension will not be automatically lifted on this date. Where do we start with this?
Start with this leaking product.
Monday, the day straight after Nationals, I was banned. I can no longer participate in any officially sanctioned tournaments, which I also straight up will not do. I do not want any trouble, of course.
Let's
jump into
Yozora.
These two reasons, because they are pretty easily, I can talk about them pretty openly. The reason that I'm making this video, first of all, is because I'm just feeling horrible. Honestly, it's you all probably know that Yu-Gi-Oh is basically my life at this point. My entire friend group is in here. I do a lot of work for Yu-Gi-Oh, for the channel, for Twitch. Play the game a lot. It's just a very big center point in my life. So feeling the insecurity of this has been terrible. I have immediately after this written a very long reply, because you can appeal these things, and once you appeal it, the team takes it, they overlook the situation, and you'll hear back from them in a undecided time. So I do not know when I will be answered back.
Yeah, Konami's behind Yu-Gi-Oh! And every pachinko machine ever.
Get you guys ready for me. It's just so that you guys are understanding of what's going on with me, why I'm gone. I just need a little support, I guess. So yeah, first reason, leaking stolen products. Last December, that was 2021, I was sitting downstairs. It was Christmas night, I think, actually. Having some nice dinner, and after dinner, I saw on 2 different WhatsApp groups and on Facebook leaks from upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh sets. Specifically, it was Hidden Arsenal, and there was some other stuff. Now, it was pretty obvious that these were not normal leaks. These were big pieces of cardboard that were heavily damaged and almost stolen out of the recycle factory. So these pictures were already
That's such a
online.
wild thing to get super upset about. Like, well, I guess it makes sense because Hidden Arsenal was mainly reprints, right? Hidden Arsenal was a set that came out and it was just kind of dog shit. They had a couple of decent pulls, but overall it was just reprints. I don't know why, if this is what they're talking about with stolen product, they'd be that upset if he was the one that leaked it. Like, leaking is usually like a big issue to a company like Konami, I imagine, but for something that's all reprints, I don't see why it'd be that big of a deal. They're just kind of throwaway sets, really.
We're already in multiple WhatsApp groups. I am not even
Why did you get
in the
banned? That's what
WhatsApp
I'm
group.
learning.
It was originally shared in. Just
He's a prime chief in the 5
offering myself, I guess.
Back. The bit
so I saw these. I saw they were getting some attention online, so I was like, you know what? Let's just make a video of it. So in these videos, in this video, I talk about the leaks. I talk about what it means, you know, upcoming sets. It was just a normal video. It didn't even do that well for my channel. I didn't really think that much of it, because you see these things online a lot. A lot of big
There's a
channels
tier 1 taco
always
and get some
publish
jack.
stuff with like leaks. But nothing was ever really shown like this before, because I get it, like it was out of the printing factory. So yeah, we pretty much wrote our own conclusions there. I did eventually find out who the leaks came from, and it was indeed someone that I knew, more
Nice.
an acquaintance rather than a friend. And he bought them. He saw them being sold online in a Facebook group. He bought it from them. He drove over, bought all the cards, took them home, made a video, and that video was shared around. And from that video, I got my footage. So a couple of weeks later,
He's a bit. It gets
there
so
were
crispy.
suddenly serious investigators at my door. They were from Belgium, which is where the printing factory is, and I pretty much instantly connected the dots. They were here to ask about the video. So they asked me a couple of questions. They asked me, do you have any of
They
the cards?
sent
I said, no.
enforcers.
Do you know who made them? I said, yes. They asked me, do you want to share who it is? And I was like, I'll ask him, because I'm pretty sure that, you know, we both will cooperate with you, because, you know, it's not that big of a deal for us. We're just gonna, you know, I just made the video because I thought it would be cool.
Konami
I
sent the
contacted guy. He
Yu-Gi-Oh
said, "Oh, it's
muscle to
fine,
his
send them over
house.
to me." So I sent them over to him, and that was all I heard. One day later, I got a message asking them to, can you please delete the video? And I was like, sure. And I did ask, am I going to be in any trouble? And they said, no, you're fine. So I was like, okay, completely shut down that chapter.
There's some sauce.
And now, 6 months later, I'm banned for this. One of the 2 reasons why I'm banned. Even though I cooperated in their investigation, even though they said it would be fine, they were not Konami officials, so they can easily say this and something else happens. But it's kind of weird, because they
There's some
should
pure
have, like,
Zero Zelda
a
Merc
full
and
insight on
Fusca.
what happened in this investigation. Yet, I was the one that got banned, and the guy that actually got the cards did it. So it's kind of weird that I am the one. I guess because it's my video, but like it was already on Facebook, it was already on WhatsApp, it was already everywhere.
It just seems
If
unlucky.
they want to ban me for that, I mean, I guess it is what it is. I was the first one with the video. I'm gonna completely admit that.
Yeah, I heard
But,
X is watching it.
It is still kind of.
So then what was the other
fishy,
thing?
because These was
Harassment?
the original video wasn't mine. The original pictures weren't mine. I had nothing to do with the cards. I just happened to
Thanks,
be
Mr. Bellman.
the first one to make a video about it. I didn't work together with the guy. I actually didn't know who he was until he messaged me. Then I was like, oh, it's you. Okay, cool. So yeah, straight up banned for that. The other one is online harassment following YCS Charlotte. At first I thought that this said Hartford, but it was actually Charlotte. I honestly do not have a clue what this is about. I feel like it could be... I made a video about the drama surrounding the finals.
Oh, I actually know this drama. I watched the finals. So what happened is, the judges that they have in Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, were asleep. At least I think this is what he's going to talk about. So during, I think it was the finals, or it might have been leading up to the finals, like, there was 3 interactions that happened that shouldn't have happened. I think it was Eldritch, right? So, like, the Eldritch player, he did some shit where... Fuck, what was it? I think he sent, like, 3 cards to the grave when literally none of them should have ended up in the grave. And that's a game changer with Eldritch. Like, that's a big deal. Because you want shit in the grave. It's been like 4 months now, so I don't remember. But I watched it live. The chat was losing their goddamn mind. The chat was nothing but judge, question mark, and then a couple of like Dan's games. And they never, like, they don't check the chat. They didn't look at all. I was shocked. I don't remember if he won, though. I think he actually lost.
We all remember that this was quote-unquote messy final. But yeah, I made a video about it because there was a lot of people online who were saying things, claiming stuff, and I was like, you know what? Let's make a video about this, break it down completely, be as objective as possible. I know that I was playing with fire by doing this, but I specifically...
Are you not allowed to criticize in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Bad attention to myself or the channel, which is why I
seems totally
chose
normal.
my words in that video very carefully. You can, it's still alive, because as far as I know, I didn't really do anything wrong in there. In the video, I just go objectively about what happened in the match. I try to...
The video is maxed, it's just recorded quietly.
Strong words,
and it's maxed on OBS.
I try to maintain an open vision and talk about everything that happened. I don't call anyone bad. I don't say anything bad about the players. I don't say anything about the staff, about the judges. The person in questions, both of them actually commented in the comment section down below, both who played in the finals. So one of them was even thanking me for making a video about this, explaining all the stuff. Next to that, you guys know me. I am not like toxic online. I would not harass.
That's unlucky. So it seems like Konami just doesn't like criticism. It seems like they got their feelings hurt. I didn't watch the video on it, man. So maybe you were super polite about it. I wouldn't be. I think it was disgraceful. Like, that finals was trash. The judges were horrible. Like, it's Konami's fault, not yours. Sorry to hear that you got slapped for it. Unlucky, though. I imagine they'll lift it at some point, though, if you want my opinion. I don't know Konami very well, clearly, but this seems like a pretty big reach for a 4-year ban. Thanks to the resub, Bishuti, Rick, Mihoff, and the Prime Twitch, and the 5 gift subs again, Beck. Thank you, Beck. The resub, Chris. The Prime Hyperatomic. I haven't had a response for 4 months now. I'm surprised they sent you an email. Like I said, Konami is such an old-fashioned, archaic company. I am shocked they even made contact with you in the cyberspace. Do they have like a hotline you can call, maybe? Thanks to Prime Charlie. No, they have a penalty committee that notifies you when you're suspended, and you can't get in contact with them. I spoke with the higher-ups, but it all ends with nothing. What a weird look. That doesn't make any sense. If it was about the leaks, like, yeah, I'd get that, kinda. If they take it that seriously, even though the whole set was just dog shit reprints, but... This seems like a complete nothing burger. To Twitter? True. Yeah, Twitter seems to be like the only way to get any responses from companies now. You just make a big stink. Is it Prime Buddha, Fajrim, and the give sub clue. 3 years for the leaks, 1 year for the harassment. Christ. How do they enforce that, though? The Konami sanctioned events, could you just go there under a different name, wear a long sleeve shirt, and put like a hat on? Like, go incognito? You go as, like, Paul Post or something? Like I said, they're such an old-fashioned company, it's not like they're gonna take your DNA at the door. There's the resub Unpriced and the Prime Caleb and the resub Pikachu and Mario. You'd risk getting permabanned? 4 years is, I mean, that's already like damn near permanent. A 4-year competitive ban. I mean, come on, that's outrageous. It's either permaban or being removed from the venue by force. Well, I don't think Kaiba's gonna send his men. Like, to me, it'd be like a Looney Tunes situation where they like pull off the fake mustache and they're like, ah, drats. There just has to be a way to, like, get in contact somehow. Thanks to resub Fear. It's not even comp, it's all sanctioned events. Locals are sanctioned. So any OTS store you can't even go to as a player? Holy shit. But that's only if they report you, right? Like, are your local, like, your local head's gonna do that? Like, shit, we got an outlaw in here. Call up Papa Konami. According to the policy, I can go to the store, but then have to leave when the tournament starts. Jesus. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Beck. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Coder. That's terrible, man. Thanks to resub Rutes. Hopefully it gets sorted out. It seems like a load of baloney. Thanks to resub Falls. You also did just remind me of another situation, not Yu-Gi-Oh related, but there's a guy named Pack God. And